What's going on, guys? Omar Yusuf here at Fortis Fitness. This is just my car collection. These are my $800 pants, $10,000 jacket. But I'm not here today to talk about those things. This is actually just me talking, walking with you guys. Let's call it a walkie-talkie. Honestly, I wanted to get away from the gym a little bit because we filmed a whole bunch of dope content with Dean Somerset. Mobility, some of that informative content you guys like. This one, like I said, is going to be more just a talking video. I want to talk about a few different things, some things I've personally learned along the way in the last few months, or I'd say the last 2 years, really, that I want to share with you guys. Hopefully I help you guys out. I honestly don't know what I'm going to title it. I don't want to call it "It ain't game over, it ain't done till it's done." I don't want any of those cliche titles where they're like quasi-dramatic and then inside your head you're playing the fucking Rocky theme song, when in all reality, you just got to do the damn work. Really, the origin of this is now I'm in a really good place when it comes to training, when it comes to everything. Training for me has always been something really fun, something I really enjoyed, that I was passionate about. And I always say that kind of similar concept when people ask, like, what motivates you? And as cliche, once again, as it sounds, it ain't like the money, it ain't the attention, it's none of those things. I just like to fucking train. And I think the why you do something is the most important. And I think for the same reason, it's kind of like why I would want to do the 600-pound deadlift that I still haven't achieved. It's not because that would, help me sell anything more, grow my presence, whatever. The 600 pounds means a lot to me. It means a certain amount of weight that I lifted, a goal that I had, that I stuck with it. And I think when you take a look at yourself, the direction you're heading in your life in general, you kind of have to stick to your principles and you have to remember why you did something. I remember actually to give Kane Timberwolf a shout out. He has a really, really good post that he made where essentially he made a promise to his younger self. And in ways, my training is that promise, keeping that promise to my younger self to be the best possible version that I could be, right? I do find that training for me helps keep me focused, helps keep me on track, helps kind of keep me aligned with things. Just mentally, it makes me more focused in other things. And kind of that discipline that you learn in the gym helps with other aspects of life. But what I was going to say is, over the last 2 years, I kind of was dealing with some of those SI things. I fell off track from achieving my goals, not through lack of desire, discipline, or any of those things, but just things happen. When you push the weight in the gym, inevitably something is going to give. And it took me a while to kind of work through that, right? I wanted to start that weightlifting right out of the gate. I felt that the issues were going to sort itself out, but they're a little bit deeper because you train for like 6, 8, 9, 10 years, and eventually shit starts kind of breaking down a little bit. But when I say it's not game over, and that's why I don't want to make this a fucking dramatic video, this is me just talking, keeping it real, you will find a solution if you want. And I think that's really what I want to say, that there are always workarounds, there are always things that you can do. When it came time, when I discovered, I finally left my ego at the door, because honestly, I just tried to work through the injuries and then I ended up re-aggravating all my shit so many times that it made it exponentially worse. But I thought, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna can-do attitude, try super hard and get through it. What I discovered, though, are a few very, very valuable traits. And the first one would be patience. Like patience from, trying to attack something immediately to understanding that sometimes you need to wait a little bit before the optimal condition arises. But in that time, and that's kind of my big point, you can do a lot of other things. I remember last year, and I am making kind of a point like I fucking told you so, but I remember last year when I said, you know what, guys, I just want to rehab this back, make it 100%, and what I want to do then is create some extra goals for myself. One of those goals was that 10,000 pull-ups. Why? Because I couldn't do deadlifts. I therefore couldn't get as much back volume as I normally would get. I would have to substitute it with something else. And so what I decided to do, the 10,000 pull-ups, some people thought it was way too high volume, else you're about to get licked down by this guy. 10,000 pull-ups I thought I was gonna do, and what ended up happening, he's just turning around, he got fucking shook. Look, he's turning the other way now, bro. Yo, you 48 laws have powered him, bro. But what I was gonna say is that I created that extra goal, that other goal. So I had primary goals, right? I wanted to increase my deadlift. Guess what? I fucking couldn't because I had to sort that shit out. I created the pull-up goal. I created the overhead press goal, which was a near and dear goal to me for a long period of time. And so I decided to do that. And then just by kind of, by the way of doing that my bench press also increased. While I was spending all that time, I managed to re-pattern my squat. If you guys take a look from 2 years ago to my squat, I couldn't get past parallel without getting pain in my hips. The next day, my hips would be fucking achy, and I know a lot of people would be like, oh man, what about that depth? It's like, the truth is, shit was feeling fucking raw when I squat to that depth. So I took everything, you know, back to the drawing board. I took my damn time, but in that time, I was able to, you know, kind of select other goals. And I think sometimes we get jaded, disgruntled, kind of, we lose our motivation because maybe our primary goal, the thing that we originally wanted, like we wanted that deadlift, we wanted that 600 pounds, we wanted that squat, we wanted all those things, we, you know, roadblocks happen, and then, not that we give up, but we lose some of that fire. And I feel that if you really do have that passion, if you really do have that want, that desire, that thing within you that kind of just motivates you, well, once again, I think it's a good thing, social media, that it motivates people from an external factor to try and train harder, train more, or whatever. But you have to think, if it wasn't there, what would you be doing? And so I think that if you really have that desire, you'll find a way. So I consulted a lot of other guys. It wasn't just because of like the YouTube presence or whatever, but guess what? I had shit like fucking wrong with me I wanted to fix. So I contacted a lot of people, got a lot of different opinions, did a lot of different things, all just trying to work it around. Else, once again, roll this way, bro. Saving the dude's life. Contacted a lot of different guys, got a lot of different opinions, and then I found what worked, incorporated it, and then slowly over time, heal the body. And now that's why I'm making this video. Like, things are feeling great. I'm not going to call it out just yet, but I definitely want for 2017, I want to hit a new deadlift PR. I don't forget those things, and I definitely feel I can achieve that. Same idea with the squat. You guys saw a beltless squat I did recently, like 375 for 5. I'm going to do 385 for 5. Beltless, kind of high bar with just knee sleeves. Eventually, over 500-pound squat, high bar to better depth will happen, and in 2017, as long as things sync up. I'm currently running on week 3 on a bench press program that's run in conjunction with my weightlifting program. Once again, the wizard will be revealed soon, but sometimes patience is a good thing, and if you have that passion, that desire, you will find a way to kind of get through those hard times. And so I'd say for myself, I kind of just had to deal with all that bullshit that just, you know, comes with waiting. And a lot of people are in similar situations. I've seen people way, way stronger. I mean, that have dealt with way, way more issues than me have to go through all these things. Like I like looking at even Jeremy Hamilton as an idea, as an example. He's a type of dude that's dealt with a lot more stuff than me. And just seeing people work through these things, it makes you kind of respect the whole process more. And it really is. I know shit is fucking corny as hell, but it is a journey. And that's why I started saying kind of that line, agony for ecstasy. And what I mean by that is you have to endure this process, kind of the pain, the shit that comes with it. And again, not trying to make it sound dramatic at all, but the agony that comes with lifting in order to get the ecstasy of hitting a PR, else this isn't us. Bro, this is the wrong parking lot, bro. Bro, you're about to get captured there, stolen, kidnapped, sold into child slavery. And so it's the agony for the ecstasy. And so if you really want these things, if you want to make it happen, give it time, find that passion, find that reason why, and then just really, if you can't do what you immediately want to do for whatever reason, like you got nagging issues, whatever, maybe you got extra stress from school, from work, a lot of other shit's happening, then come up with another goal for you during this time, right? Another area that you wanted to work on. So that's why I did the overhead press one, I did the pull-up one, I did a bunch of other things. And it just all kind of came together. And now, like I said, 2017, man, I'm in a really good place. I can't wait to hit some more fucking PRs. Training's good, life is good, and it's all about that balance and that perspective. And from somebody that doesn't have a lot of patience, if I'm just being straight up real, in everyday life, again, it taught me a lot, and it kind of showed me that if I really wanted it, which I did, I would definitely be doing it. Move this. I don't want you to knock into another wall. I was about to impale you. So dedicated. Else, I appreciate you, bro. But that's really the message of this video, guys. I know I kind of rambled, but I had some things, not on my mind, but I was just thinking as I was filming this informative content, people kind of asked me about training, about mindset, about, you know, finding the motivation. And I think some of those things where we look at those external motivators, those factors that get us going, like, you know, trying to impress others or whatever, is for the wrong reasons. I think always doing it for yourself, having that internal motivation is the most important part, and you will find it if you really want it. You just got to dig sometimes deep enough. Anyways, guys, that is the video. Now, honestly, after this talk, I feel fucking great. I filmed for about 3 hours today. Just going to do a quick session here, some weightlifting coupled with some lower body stuff, some squats. Like I said, 385 for 5s coming up this week. I got a new overhead press PR. In about 9 weeks, I'm going to be testing my bench. I'm running that program from Kaizen Training that I did with Silent Mike and Bart. Things are just great. And then during the second half of 2017 is when I'll make the ascent towards that 600-pound deadlift. But everything, there's a rhyme, there's a reason, there's a plan, there's a methodology to things. You have to think about it, you have to plan it out. These goals don't just happen. You have to, people like to think it goes from A to B. It's actually like A to Z, and there's all these points in between you got to think about. Anyways, enough of me talking. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video and you like this style of content, maybe just out and about with random people, random events, with us bumping into things, make sure to like the damn video. Leave a comment below what you want to see me talk about next, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace!
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.